All right, today we're diving into something pretty unique, Engine Room Academy. It's a project with a really clear goal, to demystify the incredibly complex world of marine engineering. So let's take a look at what they're doing and how they're doing it. So it all really boils down to this one question. How do you simplify the world of a ship's engine room? I mean, think about it. It's one of the most complex industrial environments you can imagine. For someone just starting out, that learning curve is just incredibly steep. And the pressure? Well, it's immense, both literally and figuratively.
Okay, so let's dig into that challenge a bit more. To really master marine engineering, you can't just memorize a bunch of manuals. That's not how it works. It's all about getting this deep, almost intuitive feel for how all these intricate systems connect and work together. And, getting it wrong has some very real-world consequences.
And that's exactly where the old-school textbook way of learning can kind of fall short. When you're dealing with this level of complexity, just reading facts isn't enough. You need something different, an approach that does more than just throw information at you. It has to clarify it, break it down piece by piece, and build that solid foundation right from the very beginning. Which, of course, brings us to a really focused solution. A channel built specifically to take on this challenge head-on. And that solution is Engine Room Academy. Its purpose is super clear, very targeted. This isn't for, a chief engineer with 30 years of experience. It's for the people right at the start of their journey. We're talking about the cadets, the junior engineers, the ones who really need to build that strong, essential foundation. Okay, but how? How do they actually simplify something so complex? Let's take a closer look at their teaching method.
So the core idea here is to get away from just memorizing facts. It's not enough to know what a piece of machinery does. The real goal is to understand why it does what it does. And to get there, they actually use AI-based tools to help structure the lessons, making sure everything is clear and builds logically. This creates a really systematic way to learn. And importantly, the content is strictly educational. No fluff, no distractions. It's all about building that genuine, deep understanding that's actually going to stick with you.
And you can see how that philosophy plays out right here. The curriculum isn't just a random collection of topics. It's all highly structured and specifically designed to cover the core subjects for a really critical exam, the MEO Class 4. So you'll see everything from the main engine and propulsion to auxiliary machinery, electrical systems, and of course, safety. It's basically a complete roadmap for that exam.
So that brings us to the big question. Who is this really for? Well, the audience is very clearly defined. Let's break down who gets the most out of this.
You can think of it like a clear path, really. It starts with people who are maybe just thinking about a career in the Merchant Navy. Then it moves on to support marine engineering cadets who are in the middle of their studies. From there, it helps junior engineers bridge that tricky gap between what they learned in a book and what happens in a real engine room. And finally, it's a super focused tool for anyone gearing up for that big MEO Class 4 exam.
But here's the thing. The end goal here isn't just about passing an exam. It's much bigger than that. It's really about building the foundation for a long, successful career at sea.
And this really breaks down the two pillars of what they're trying to achieve. On one side, you have exam success. Absolutely crucial, right? You need that certification. But on the other side, and you could argue this is even more important, is building real shipboard confidence. It's about having that fundamental knowledge so when you're actually on the vessel, responsible for all that machinery, you know what you're doing. So one pillar helps you get the job, and the other helps you be great at it.
And this quote really says it all, doesn't it? To make marine engineering accessible, practical, and easy to understand. This is their mission statement, pure and simple. Everything we've talked about, focusing on the why, having that structured curriculum, using technology for clarity, it all points back to this one single goal. Taking this massive, intimidating field and making it something you can actually grasp.
So that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. We live in an age where specialized knowledge is more valuable than ever. So you have to wonder, could this model, a free, super-focused, digital-first approach, be the future of how we teach the next generation of specialists? Not just in marine engineering, but in all kinds of complex technical fields. It's definitely something to think about.